Hey, welcome. How about this evening we talk a little bit about what's going on with the spirit of exposure, pulling off some blankies up in this temporary timeline, and how those and other timelines are gloating at the reciprocity that they're given the authority to enact upon them for it. Yeah, it looks like the spirit of exposure is going to expose even if you wipe a booger on a wall, or even if you steal somebody's booger off a wall. So it'd be best for you not to be doing nothing wrong up in here no more, because the spirit of exposure don't care if you don't believe it. It don't care if you don't believe in it. Much like the curses, they don't care if you don't believe in them. They'll still hit. Don't believe it? Look at the weather. Look at everything. Look at how even the those who are supposed to be dedicated to you are actually against you up in here. Yeah.
Hey, you feel like helping me today?
No, unless you mean help you achieve orgasm after I get a nut in you. Propagandists disguised as journalists always get exposed. Now this woman here, I swear to God, she makes me sick. I can't even eat my breakfast looking at her no more, because it's just disgusting what she did to this kid. You know, it's like, this is the most dignified kid I've ever seen. Dignified group of kids waiting at a bus stop, and they get accosted by people that didn't even get addressed. And this dude, and they stand there and smile. And this freak, did a hit piece on him, trying to make him the guilty party in the eyes of everybody. Which exposed, and now when you hear anything on TV news, especially on this program, it's most probably made up. And now we get the other timeline, seeing what happens when you take feeble-minded, untalented entities and you make them famous role models and you allow them to control the narrative. You end up with people in office, in a government office, supposed to be college educated, supposed to have a high IQ. The bees are racist. The bees are racist. They committed a hate crime on this person's car. I mean, you've been programmed to such levels of hatred towards other races and looking for racism everywhere they go that now they find racism in nature. Oh, just like all them cursed entities that cry boo racism when dude was singing I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. It was a black dude singing that, but somehow it's racist to sing about snow up in here. Yeah, you know, and it's like time-traveling angels of death did for real go out to wipe them out, and curses went out upon them, and to wipe out everybody famous who influenced them to that level of retardation. I mean, because, well, this is retarded, okay? I mean, it's so retarded, just look at the comments. Did the Pullin shout, "This is MAGA country"? Of course, can't be a hate crime without it. And attack the car with a noose. Then the bees put a noose around my car. Oh, it screamed, "This is MAGA country," and put antifreeze on it. Oh, shit! Oh, Lordy, Lord! It stole my goddamn sandwich! Oh, shit! You must be piling my leg here! Oh, Lordy, Lord! Oh, now wait, what? The demand for racism has truly outgrown the supply. Oh yeah, racism towards black people has it is gone, right? I mean, didn't they take it and make it to where, oh, you can't be racist against them, they're feeble-minded. I mean, didn't they for real? They uplifted R. Kelly is too I mean, you know, years ago when he got caught with the hate crime tapes, raping little white girls, gang raping them, peeing on them and stuff. You know, it's like, didn't they uplift him as too feeble-minded to be held accountable to the same standards as a white man in the same position? While meanwhile, they go and incarcerate white dudes for less with no evidence, just based on some words, in the same era now, right? causing curses and angels of death to go out upon everybody who didn't want him to do his time, including him. And now they all get to get time looped as some little girls getting victimized. There you go. Yeah. Daily reminder, it's okay to be white. It's okay to be racist too, long as you don't act on it. Okay? You have a right to feel however you want. You can't let them tell you you can't feel something. And what they don't realize, or maybe they do realize it, is the more they tell you you can't be racist if you're a certain color, the more it makes you want to be racist. So maybe they're trying to program you with reverse discriminate, or with reverse psychology. Hey, you can't be racist if you're white, and you can't say this if you're white. Which make you want to be racist and want to say the shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I know you ain't gonna tell me, you ain't gonna come here being a welfare phantom with no talent, more famous than me. And you ain't gonna tell me that you can make millions selling a word and then I can't say it, all right? That ain't happening. Ha ha. And I'll send angels of death from other timelines to wipe out everybody famous who foments that mentality, and the great-great-great-great-grandmama, so they never get born in the replay of this timeline to come here and be that retarded with fame and no talent. Because if they had the right to be there, anybody talented or famous or wealthy or powerful had any right to what they was doing, they would have already elevated me. If that was a test, yeah. And there ain't nobody here entitled to their wealth, fame, or power, or they already would have done, because you got to be tired of this level of stupidity by now. This level of retardation with all these fans of the mainstream. You gotta be tired of the pedophilia. You gotta be tired of not being able to get food at a fast food place because they done been programmed to be too retarded to make you food without poisoning you. You got to be tired of arming yourself just to go out in public because somebody might be retarded enough to get triggered by what you're wearing and you had to lay them out. You got to be tired of this. You got to be tired of this stuff by now. Surely you got to be tired of the world that they're creating because it's getting undone. Ain't none of these people existing in any other timeline. Yeah, and they don't exist in this one once it gets reversed and it gets replayed from the restore point. That's how the term in other timelines that got applied to them as welfare phantoms, that's what they is. You see?
Oh, hell no! Oh! Whew. It's better.
The only crime here is the amount of stupidity involved. More fake hate. It's like, see, they made it to where it's become a profitable thing to become a professional victim. So you got entities jumping up everywhere trying to be victims of racism because they don't want to just go get a job or work or, learn to be content with what they can get. We all supposed to be content with lint in our pockets and empty cupboards and no medication. We're supposed to be content, but none of these entities are supposed to be content. You see, they ain't supposed to murmur in their tents. What can we make sad today? Well, God don't like that. That's why, we end up with authority. You see? And we also have to expose with this, every time they do this, something else gets exposed, that the white privilege is a myth. Uh-oh.
You won't keep me down, oh, no you won't. No you won't, no you won't. No you won't keep me down.
If you look at this story, backed by facts, you can see actually, you could be less qualified than being black, and you're more likely to get a job. Yeah, they're more likely to give you money for doing what you went to college for if you're not white. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's factual. There's facts here. This is all backed by facts, exposed by the spirit of exposure. Who else wants to challenge God up in this temporary timeline? Any more welfare phantoms want to step up and giggle about curses don't apply to you? Huh? Yeah, oh yes they do. You want to giggle and say that the Bible don't apply to you? Oh yes it do. You want to giggle and say that the power of God cannot correct you? Oh yes it can. Better watch out, cause God and Lucifer are angry about all you entities pretending to serve God and Lucifer, but you're really serving Satan, aka the ancient artificial intelligence that Christ lost the battle of healing to, as recorded in Mark chapter 6, due to the negative frequency resonance permeating that one little area that is now over the whole world.